NATO has announced measures to strengthen its military presence in the Baltic Sea, following damage to an undersea cable connecting Estonia and Finland. The incident, which took place on December 25th, is being investigated by Finnish authorities on suspicion of sabotage. The incident sparked concern among NATO member states, leading to urgent consultations at the alliance's headquarters in Brussels. In response, NATO will deploy additional naval assets, including surveillance vessels, underwater drones, and specialized equipment to secure undersea infrastructure in the region. In addition, NATO also plans to increase the intensity of joint patrols and exercises in the Baltic Sea. These measures aim to deter further potential threats and strengthen the security of the strategic region. In an effort to protect undersea infrastructure, NATO is leveraging the role of the Maritime Center for Critical Undersea Infrastructure Security. Established in May 2024, the center coordinates security measures, analyzes threats, and shares intelligence between member states. The Baltic Sea is now at the forefront of geopolitical tensions. Damage to the Estonia-Finland cable adds to the list of incidents against vital infrastructure in the region. This has fueled allegations of hybrid warfare tactics, where covert attacks and unconventional threats are an increasing concern. The incident also comes amid NATO's broader efforts to confront a range of hybrid threats, such as cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and covert operations targeting critical facilities. NATO continues to pursue strategic measures to strengthen the alliance's resilience against these modern challenges. Amid rising geopolitical tensions in the region, NATO recognizes that the security of undersea infrastructure is an essential element in maintaining stability and continuity of communications between member states. Damage such as that to the Estonia-Finland cable can have a significant impact, not only on regional connectivity, but also on energy and economic security. These measures taken by NATO are not only aimed at dealing with recent incidents, but also at building a more resilient defense system to deal with future threats. In this context, the development of new technologies and closer collaboration between member states in the field of maritime security are top priorities. In addition, NATO is encouraging private sector engagement, including companies that manage undersea infrastructure, to share data and information that can help detect and respond to threats more quickly. This approach reflects the understanding that strategic infrastructure security requires strong cross-sector cooperation. On the other hand, some analysts consider that incidents like this have the potential to sour NATO's relationship with certain actors who may be suspected of involvement in sabotage. Therefore, a comprehensive and transparent investigation is essential to ensure that NATO's response actions do not trigger further escalation. As the situation develops, the Baltic Sea is expected to remain the focus of NATO's attention, with long-term plans to maintain the security and stability of the region. The alliance is committed to not only responding to emerging threats, but also anticipating potential future risks, including multidimensional threats such as hybrid warfare. With coordinated measures and the full support of its member states, NATO hopes to send a strong message to any party trying to destabilize the region, that threats to collective security will not go unanswered. In the strategic context, NATO also continues to strengthen cooperation with regional partners, including the European Union and the Nordic countries, to create a unified approach to dealing with hybrid threats. This cross-organizational cooperation is expected to improve the effectiveness of detection, prevention, and response to incidents such as undersea cable damage. As part of the anticipatory measures, NATO is reportedly evaluating the possibility of establishing a specialized task force dedicated to the protection of undersea infrastructure. This task force would consist of cybersecurity, marine engineering, and military intelligence experts, tasked with monitoring threats in real time and providing strategic recommendations. Meanwhile, NATO member states in the Baltic region, such as Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, are also improving their individual defense capabilities. The three countries, which have a long history of being at the forefront of geopolitical tensions, are now cooperating more closely to ensure regional security, including holding military exercises involving the latest technology. Rising tensions in the Baltic Sea are also driving global attention to the need for investment in maritime security. Analysts warn that undersea infrastructure, such as communications cables, energy networks, and gas pipelines, are weak points that can be exploited by actors seeking to undermine international stability. NATO's focus on the security of this infrastructure is therefore considered a timely and relevant step. At the same time, NATO still tries to maintain a balance between military readiness and diplomatic efforts. The alliance recognizes the importance of dialogue to prevent conflict escalation, while ensuring that any threat to collective security is met with decisive and measured action. With this layered and strategic approach, NATO hopes to create a more stable security environment in the Baltic Sea and beyond, while strengthening collective resilience in an era of increasingly complex threats. It is important to note that the measures NATO is taking in the Baltic Sea are not only reactive to incidents that have already occurred, but also proactive in building long-term deterrence. This strategy includes strengthening intelligence sharing mechanisms, improving interoperability between member states' armed forces, and developing simulation scenarios to train responses to different types of threats. In the medium term, NATO plans to integrate artificial intelligence, AI, and big data technologies to support maritime threat analysis. By utilizing data collected from underwater sensors, drones, and patrol vessels, the alliance can detect suspicious patterns and provide early warning of potential attacks.